How can you check which operating system your Python code is running on? There are three common approaches for checking the operating system that your Python code is running on: reading os.name, reading sys.platform, or calling platform.system. Let's quickly look at these three approaches and discuss which one might be best for your use case. The OS module's name attribute points to a string that will be NT when you're running on Windows and will be POSIX when you're running pretty much anywhere else. This name attribute has been around since before Python 1.0 was released. It is the oldest way to check the operating system that your code is running on, and it's the least granular way. The sys module's platform attribute also points to a string, but this string has many more possible values. When running Python on Linux, as I am, sys.platform will be Linux. When running on Windows, sys.platform will be Win32. On Mac, it'll be Darwin. But there are also other options. For example, there's Android, iOS, and Cygwin. The sys module's platform attribute is a little bit newer than the OS module's name attribute. Sys.platform was added in Python 1.3. In addition to os.name and sys.platform, there's an even higher level approach to find the platform that your code is running on, with the platform module. The platform module was added in Python 2.3. The system function within this module returns a name of the operating system that your code is running on. Notice that the name Linux is capitalized here. These names are meant to be user-facing. On Windows, when calling platform.system, you'll get Windows with a capital W. On Mac, you'll get Darwin with a capital D. Similar to sys.platform, this platform.system function has a bit more granularity than os.name. For example, Android devices return Android, iOS devices return iOS, though on iPad it's iPadOS, and other types of devices return their names as well. The biggest benefit of platform.system is that it makes for some fairly readable code for most operating system checks. Something else to keep in mind is that sys.platform actually represents the operating system that your Python interpreter was built for. But platform.system returns the operating system that your Python interpreter is currently running on. Those two are probably the same almost all of the time, but in theory they could be different. Platform.system is meant to return a human-readable string, but unfortunately, its possible values are not as well documented as the values for sys.platform. If you're checking for Windows specifically, os.name is all you need, though any of these three approaches would do. If you need to distinguish between Linux and Mac, you need either the sys.platform string or the platform.system function. There is a lot of code out there in the wild that uses either of these two approaches. Personally, I usually find myself using platform.system. Its possible return values are not as well documented, but I do find them slightly more readable than sys.platform's values.